I don't know where it is, buddy. I don't know where it is. Oh, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday on this blustery, beautifully, like kind of stormy day. There's nothing quite like having a nice cup of something warm on like a chilly, kind of rainy day. Oh, Mr. Copper Dog's a little chilly. I don't have his jacket on him just yet, so I'll go get that after all this. Well, welcome. Hey, Cow. It's great to see you. Cheers. Just wrap things up with the tea timers on Patreon. Man, my face physically hurts from grinning and laughing. It's been a great Sunday already. We're back here in the shop and we got Copper Dog. You cold, bud? Yeah. He's just hanging out. But yeah, it's blustery. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but oh, Copper's like, I'm out of here. But yeah, it's either a storm is blowing through or it's on its way. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked the weather just yet. How are you doing? It's great to see you all. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful Sunday, sharing your time with me. It means a lot. You know, I love these kind of days where I get to check in with my community and have ourselves a little chat. Had fun playing with some nice people. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, last night we had a D&D sesh, so I'm actually a little bit tired. It was kind of a bit of a grinder, but it was fun all the same. Of course. In the wind? Oh, Joshua, you're too kind. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if we can get a gust in here. We're kind of deeper into the shop than usual. I don't want to hit you with a bunch. Actually, can you hear it? Like, is it blowing in the speaker or the microphone at all? I hope it doesn't bother you guys. Bender, hi. Welcome. This is where we just kind of hang out and chat. Speaking of chat, what do you guys want to talk about today? But it's not too bad. Good, Scout. Glad to hear it. Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? Right now, the Geeko Gate is going great. Here in a second, I'll be starting up all of the scroll works. So I'll be turning all of these bars into all the scroll works. I'll show you the plans. There we go. Yeah. So all of this here, all of the filigree, all throughout here, that's all of that bar that I'll be utilizing. And it's all 3/8 by 1. Stinking wind. But that 3/8 I'll be able to, utilize my cross paint hammer. And utilizing this, I'll be able to spread the steel out to really get those broad spots of the scrolls. Am I a smith? Oh yeah. It's like Nicolas Cage. Oh, Joel, are you talking like, in Con Air? When he comes out the bus? And he sniffs the air of freedom in the wind? Oh, looks so majestic. Quit it. You stop that right now. I'm just here to hang out and talk to my community. Hey, Mythic. Dude, how you doing, buddy? It's great to see a good old member. Yeah, Joel, yeah. You know what? I love that movie. And, I think, I feel like Nicolas Cage got a bad rap for years. And I don't think we got him. But I feel like we're starting to understand the humor and kind of the genius behind the dude. You know what I mean? Matt, how you doing? Ooh, interesting. That's very interesting. So I would say closer to an artist than a craftsman. That's a very interesting concept. When we talk about the differentiation between the two of them, there's a lot of philosophy that's in that. Like we were talking today in tea time, there's creativity in everything. Like one of our patrons, he's a really amazing, mechanic. not mechanic, like he restores like really awesome old like locomotives and stuff. He's like in train world, and the amount of creative problem solving you have to do to like, hey man, some of these steam cylinders are leaking or X, Y, and Z, right? It's all creative. It's always creative. Everything really is. And it's a hard thing to differentiate between like craftsmanship and like artistry. Because when we think of an artist, we think like, oh, like a painter, right? Or like someone that does like really good portraits with charcoal or something like that. And then we think of, you know, like a tradesman, a craftsperson, as someone that uses tools to overcome like an obstacle. But I feel like they're one and the same, you know? Hello from Portugal. Felipe, that's amazing. Hello. Cage was great in Ghost Rider. Man, Cage has been great in every darn thing. You know, one of my like guilty pleasure movies is National Treasure. I don't know if it's the score. I don't know if it's the ensemble casts. Woo, man, that wind is just a blowing. I don't know if, I hope it's not too bombastic for you guys. Right, Joel, totally, buddy. I have a bunch of guilty pleasure movies that I don't even give a crap. Like they're some of my favorites. I think one of my favorite movies ever is Big Trouble in Little China. That is gotta be any time of day. Any day, anytime, put that sucker in, I'm game. I'll make the popcorn. One or two National Treasure. Ooh, William. First one's great, but honestly, the second one slaps too. Would be that's what what's his name? He was in The Abyss. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but he's great. And I loved like the full circle arc to that story. I think number 2 might be my favorite. Rage, lifting some weights with the pops. That's awesome. Drop by to say hi. I'm so glad you did. With my dad, not much. You know, we don't get along, him and I, unfortunately. Wish we could. You know, no one chooses to not have a relationship with somebody. You know, that's a hard decision to make. Yeah, Harris. Joshua, bingo, buddy. Intense fighting, Justin, 100%. Hey, Justin, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, the intense fighting is gnarly. It's like, and I loved the trio, right? Where there's wind, lightning or storm, and then I think there's rain. I think that's the 3 like gnarly elemental knights, right? They have a new National Treasure. William, what? They do not. There's no way. I have not heard of this. You're full of it. You're pulling my leg. You're tugging my chain. You're out of control. There's no way. Ooh, Max, question. Should I have the metal hardware for the Harry Potter themed coat stand be matching or close to matching? Wait, I'm trying to understand here. Yeah, look it up. Okay, all right, I'll check it out. Should I have the metal hardware for a Harry coat stand? Ooh. One of the things I love about, like, and I'm assuming we're talking about the movies, right? Hi, Carrie. If we're talking about the movies for Harry Potter, one of my favorite things about the aesthetic, hopefully this wind isn't too loud for you guys, my goodness, it is blustery. I'm just waiting for like the shop to blow away with me in it, my goodness. But you never know. I might find somewhere new, you never know. The coat stand with the pole going to be a broom. Oh, yes. Honestly, one of the aesthetics that I love about the Harry Potter series, or yeah, you know, the trilogy, it's more of a trilogy, I don't know, however you want to say it, but collection, is that the kind of the Weasley mix matching of things, but it all seems in concert with each other. You know, like the Weasley aesthetic is one of my favorite things, and having things kind of mishmashed and cobbled together to kind of make things work and make things really beautiful and aesthetic. It's one of my favorite themes, so I would say go mix match. The pegs meaning metal hardware. Yeah, have a mixed and matched because there's so much charm in that world, you know? Visual charm. You know, because it's terribly boring if everything just kind of matches up. You know, they do a good job in those movies to like make things just feel so lived in, you know? I don't know if that made any sense. But from like a designer standpoint, oh man, yeah. If it's something magical and stuff, like yeah, like have it all mixed, matched, and weird. Yeah. Little one, easy now, easy. That's very kind of you to say. The wind is fine, okay. Yeah, you know, like, there's something about being in your workshop with like a little cozy something in your cup when it's raining or something like that on your tin roof. There's magic in it, you know? Justin, a lot of soul in mismatch. Yes, absolutely. And when you think about like building your home, you know, like when I'm commissioned to create a crazy cool doorway or a beautiful chandelier, you know that these places are, I mean, they're gorgeous. Everything is so prim and proper, and they've had interior designers go in and curate the whole space. But then sometimes when you enter in somebody's home that's lived there for the last 50 years, and you can just feel all of the different seasons that home has lived in, and you know, all of the different memories that, you know, that are just still so alive in that home. Very different aesthetics. And I lean towards the lived in. You know, you can see funny little repairs from when one of the kids was skateboarding in the house and then they fell and that skateboard went zoink and it went through the wall, you know. Where you see, you know, some pegs where you can hang your hats or your coats on. They don't all match perfectly, or one has a chip on it. There's character in that, you know. Look at the people around us. You know, we all have scars and we wear our, you know, our wisdoms and our experiences with pride. Maybe that's something to kind of think about today. You know, like what kind of character are you adding to both yourself and your space by just what it's lived through, you know? Oh, I see a member. It's raining here in Texas. And I'm making applesauce, and the wind fits right in to add ambiance. Cow. I don't know. I feel like it's either one. You've told me, but I don't want to mispronounce you. That's magical. Also, I haven't had a good applesauce since I was probably a kid. Now that I'm thinking of it. No, wait. I did have it recently. You're right. I did have it recently. Applesauce is slept on, I feel like. Great question. Question for you. Ribbon burner or Venturi burner? All of mine, I build Venturi style. I have my own Venturi system that I've used for the last 20 something years. I like it. I really enjoy having, but let me also framework this. I haven't done a whole lot of work with a ribbon forge. I might do ribbon forging for some nice, really just diffused heat, right? Spread that out. But I do like having the control of knowing exactly, you know, a cone about that yay big, that circle is gonna be the hottest. And I can control the material if I want it completely centered, or I can, you know, draw it in, let it soak for a second, pull it out, let it soak, and I could kind of give that ribbon effect with a little bit of my time and effort. Because, all right, let's say I'm taking this piece of bar and I'm putting a very exact, you know, nice corner into it. I don't want this much material a nice yellow heat. I want yellow heat right there and then orange and red dispersed for, you know, they're out. So when I cool this to do a nice upset 90-degree angle, I can control that. I like control. You know, even to the level where I like a hand crank for my coal forge, because temperature, all that stuff, it's all right there with me. And I'm not burning fuel when I'm not at the forge. I'm, you know, when I'm at the anvil, the fire cools down a little bit and it's not burning extra fuel that I'm not using. I like control. I don't mind a little bit of effort to make accommodations, if that makes any sense. I hope that answered your question. I love a hand cranked cold forge, right? 100%, buddy. Yes. Bar corner, it has a good seat. Oh. You can always use a hollow tube to diffuse the heat. Matt, totally true, my friend. Yes, there's a lot of cool little tips and tricks, Hey, from Alabama. Wade, how you doing? Cheers, my friend. Big fans. Well, gosh, I'm deeply honored. Thank you. Lack of electricity. There's another sense of control there that where, like, let's say this storm that is blowing right now knocks my power out. I can still forge. I can still make tools that I need. I can still function as my shop. Maybe not as well, but at least I can do a little bit. You know what I mean? I really want to actually add, when I build the new shop, add some more treadle tools and things like that are just totally power free, specifically for that purpose. Mainly just like, stock removal, grinders and things like that I can either pedal or like a little treadle pedal, Hooks and knives. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Very cool, you guys. I love to connect with, what I love so much about the community that has kind of built itself up. Like I feel like I had very little to do with it, but kind of built itself up around my work is you have tradespeople, people that are actually doing this. There's carpenters, there's, mechanics, there's people in the trades, but then there's people that appreciate art. So we have two kind of hemispheres where people are able to kind of get together and meet and mingle where they normally probably wouldn't. And that's cool. I love to be able to facilitate that space. I think that's what's so special about tea time with the patrons is you got people from all around the world that would literally never meet otherwise. And now they're best of friends. It's pretty special to be able to be a part of their friendships, Ooh, you start your first job on April Fool's Day? As a cook? Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, I gotta remember, folks, April Fool's Day is coming, so don't get fooled. I always get fooled. I'm very gullible. Are you gullible? Goodness. Like maybe I'm just too trusting. I don't know. But my goodness, I'm a gullible guy. I think I get that from my mom. My mom's terribly gullible. Ha! It's your birthday? You're never fooled. Well, happy freaking early birthday. My goodness. Your parents got married. Ooh, man. That's either a very good omen. Well, we'll just stick to good omens. My goodness. What a beautiful day. Because no one fools him. Woven. I miss a good Chuck Norris joke. That's awesome. Of course. I love that one. That was a good one. I used to know a bunch. Oh, God. What's everyone's best Chuck Norris jokes? Oh, man. I've totally lost them. Ooh, what type of tea am I drinking? Wait, great question, my friend. I have, mostly it's Irish breakfast, a nice kind of bitter forward black tea, but I also have a little bit of, sorry, I'm trying not to shout over the wind, but I got a little bit of ashwagandha root in this thing. I think it's a root. Woo! Spring has sprung, and I think there's some a little bit of allergens in the air. But yeah, the birds are chirping, the leaves are leaving. Not much bees are buzzing just yet, but we're getting there. I love spring. I think it might be one of my favorite seasons. Because it's cold, get some rain, but everything's green and beautiful. Everything's kind of thawing out, all the animals are beginning to wake up. We're kind of waking up too. Because I'm a firm believer that we're all seasonal, you know? Like the fact that we're always working at 100% capacity even through the winter is a little weird. Okay, I think we got a Chuck Norris joke, guys. Chuck Norris once peed in a semi's gas tank. The semi is now called Optimus Prime. Yes! That's great. Chuck Norris has to sleep with a nightlight because the dog is scared of him. I mean, come on. How can you not derive joy from that? Did any of you ever watch Texas Ranger? Or like, what's the movie when, it had to be like a Lifetime or Hallmark movie, but like, there's a guy running a chainsaw, clear-cutting trees, and all of a sudden his chainsaw stalls out, and on the other side, Chuck Norris grabbed stalled it out, gripped it. Barehanded, holy crap. Could you imagine? Chuck Norris can make a stick from rubbing two fires together. I can't with this. You guys are killing me. The boogeyman goes to bed and Chuck orders bed for Chuck. Oh. Okay. I gotta get some composure. You guys are killing me with these. That's funny. William, speaking of animals, have you seen the foxes? I haven't. I don't know where they're at. They might have moved on. But, it was so neat to have something to, look out for. You know? It's fun to, be excited for, not that, life has so much exciting stuff. If you're ever bored, challenge yourself to really look around and realize how exciting your life really is if you kind of objectively look at it. Anyways, but they were such a joyful thing to look forward to, right? So many things that we look forward to, we have control over. Speaking of control, right? But when it has to do with nature and animals and things like that, like a bird feeder, for instance, you never know when that favorite sparrow that you love comes around, or that, mountain jay, the Stellar's jay, or whatever, might show up. Things that are out of our control and they're like little miracles when they pop up. That's what they were for me, those cute little foxes. But they're moved on with their wonderful little life. I'm excited for their personal adventure. I would love to see them again, but they're not beholden to me in any way. But they were a joy. They were a real joy. Now I'm just looking forward to the next thing I get to look forward to. Hopefully they're still alive. Of course, yeah. But Animal Kingdom is rough. It is really rough. Okay, one more. Chuck Norris picked an apple off the orange tree and made lemonade. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Well, we got some scrolls to forge. I don't even know where my plants are. It blew over there. But yeah, got a lot to work, got a lot to look forward to, got a lot of work to do. I'm going to let you guys get back to your beautiful Sundays, before I get blown away in the wind. But, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for, spending your time with me. I really enjoy it. I love these little Sunday kind of check-ins and stuff. Seriously, have a great day. I love reading the chat, guys. Have a terrific rest of your Sunday. Never forget I love you guys. And don't forget to love each other, damn it. Do something kind for somebody, or maybe do something kind for yourself. Do something creative. Get those creative juices flowing, because that's the best of us. You get that kind of childlike sense of joy out. But I'm going to finish my tea, get back to work. But I hope you have a really tremendous rest of your day, however much you have left of it. Take care, everybody, and have a good week. Cheers, everyone.